8 signs you're aging well and might live to 100. Have you ever paused for a moment and asked yourself, could I really live to 100? Not just surviving into old age, but thriving, walking tall, staying sharp, feeling energized, and truly enjoying life well into your 90s and beyond? Maybe you've noticed some positive changes lately, waking up feeling refreshed, moving without stiffness, or bouncing back from challenges with ease. Or perhaps you've seen someone in their 80s or 90s who seems more vibrant than people half their age and thought, what's their secret? The truth is, while genetics do play a role, science is discovering that your daily habits, mindset, and lifestyle choices often matter even more. And even more encouraging, your body is constantly trying to heal and renew itself, no matter your age. So how do you know if you're on the right track? There are subtle but powerful signs your body and mind give you, indicators that you're not just aging, but aging well. These signs don't require a blood test or a doctor's visit. They're observable, feelable, and deeply meaningful. And if you recognize several of them in your life right now, you may just be one of those rare individuals who's not only aging gracefully, but is actually building the foundation for a long, healthy, fulfilling life, maybe even reaching 100 with your wit, wisdom, and vitality intact. In this video, we're going to explore the 8 clear signs that you're aging exceptionally well, and what they mean for your long-term health. From brain power to physical strength, from emotional resilience to the power of purpose, each sign is a clue pointing to a future full of life and possibility. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's take a look at the remarkable ways your body might already be signaling that you're on the path to a vibrant, centenarian future. 1. You wake up energized. Let's start with something simple but powerful. How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? Do you roll out of bed with clarity and energy, ready to take on the day? Or do you feel groggy, sluggish, like you need 3 cups of coffee just to feel human? Waking up with steady, natural energy is a strong sign that your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock, is working the way it's supposed to. This rhythm controls your sleep-wake cycles, body temperature, hormone release, and even your digestion. When it's in sync, your body naturally wakes up feeling refreshed, your cortisol levels rise at the right time to give you energy, and your melatonin production shuts off appropriately as morning light hits your eyes. But there's more to it than just sleep. Waking up energized also points to a healthy hormonal balance, especially when it comes to cortisol, insulin, thyroid function, and sex hormones, all of which play a role in energy levels, metabolism, and overall vitality. And don't forget your organs, especially the liver, kidneys, and adrenal glands. If they're functioning well, your body is detoxifying properly overnight, regulating fluid levels, and preparing you for an alert and balanced day. Now here's where it gets exciting. Studies have shown that people who maintain consistent energy levels and get quality, uninterrupted sleep tend to enjoy better cardiovascular health, stronger immune systems, and lower inflammation, all of which are critical factors in longevity. In fact, researchers have found that sleep quality, not just quantity, is directly connected to slower aging at the cellular level. That means more energy in the morning could reflect youthfulness on the inside, even if the calendar says otherwise. So, if you often wake up feeling clear-headed, refreshed, and eager to move, it's not just a lucky break. It's a signal that your body is aging well. It means your systems are syncing in harmony and your recovery at night is effective. It's one of the earliest and easiest signs to notice, and one of the most encouraging. And if your mind is just as sharp as your body feels, you're already stacking up the odds in your favor. That brings us to our next sign: mental clarity and cognitive resilience. 2. You stay sharp. Mentally. Have you ever had someone say to you, wow, you're really sharp for your age? If so, take that as more than just a compliment. It might be a powerful sign that your brain is aging exceptionally well. As we get older, many people expect to become forgetful, slow, or mentally foggy. But here's the truth. Cognitive decline is not inevitable. In fact, many older adults maintain impressive memory, focus, and creativity well into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s. If you're still able to recall names and events easily, solve problems without hesitation, follow conversations in noisy environments, learn new skills or technologies, those are all signs your brain is staying sharp, and your neural connections are still strong and active. This kind of mental clarity comes from a brain that's being well cared for, through proper sleep, nutrition, mental stimulation, and emotional balance. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it stays. When you challenge your mind with puzzles, reading, learning, or even socializing, you're encouraging neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections and adapt, even with age. People who maintain an active mind typically have lower levels of inflammation in the brain and better blood flow, both of which are crucial for keeping neurons healthy and communication between brain regions sharp and efficient. Cognitive health is tightly linked to overall longevity. Studies from longevity research centers, including the famous Blue Zones, show that older adults who maintain strong cognitive function are more independent, socially engaged, and physically active. And it goes both ways. People who stay physically active and socially connected also tend to keep their minds sharper for longer. In short, an active brain often reflects an active body. And together, they form a powerful recipe for a long, healthy life. So if you're remembering things with ease, making good decisions, staying curious, and learning new things, you're not just aging well, you're aging brilliantly. Your mind is one of your most valuable assets as you grow older. And keeping it sharp is one of the clearest signs that you're on the path to a vibrant, long-lasting life. But it's not just what's happening in your head. It's also about who you connect with. Let's talk about the surprising link between social connection and longevity in sign number 3. 3. You have strong social connections. Here's something powerful that often gets overlooked when we talk about health. Your relationships. Not your cholesterol, not your step count, but the people you laugh with, talk to, lean on, and who lean on you. If you have close friends, regular conversations, or a sense of belonging to a group, you're not just emotionally fulfilled. You're also building a strong foundation for long life. Humans are social creatures by nature. Our brains are literally wired to connect. When we engage with others, whether it's through a deep conversation, a shared meal, or a simple smile, it activates parts of the brain that promote emotional regulation, reduce stress, and even support memory. Regular social interaction lowers the risk of depression, anxiety, dementia, heart disease, and even early death. That's not just anecdotal, it's backed by decades of research. One landmark study from Harvard followed people for over 75 years and found that the quality of their relationships, more than their wealth or even physical health, was the strongest predictor of long-term happiness and longevity. Want real-world proof? Just look at the Blue Zones, the regions of the world where people routinely live to 100 and beyond. From Okinawa, Japan, to Sardinia, Italy. One thing these long-lived communities have in common is strong social bonds. In Okinawa, elders maintain close-knit groups called moais, lifelong circles of friends who support each other emotionally, financially, and spiritually. In Sardinia, multi-generational living is the norm, with elders playing a vital role in family life and society. The takeaway? Feeling needed, connected, and supported matters just as much as eating healthy or exercising. When you're socially connected, your body responds in measurable ways. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, gets released, which lowers blood pressure, reduces inflammation, and boosts your immune system. Social interaction also lowers levels of cortisol, the stress hormone that contributes to aging when chronically elevated. So yes, your friendships, family ties, and community are quite literally life-extending. If you have a handful of close friends you can count on, engage in regular conversations, or feel like you're part of something bigger, whether it's a club, faith group, or even your neighborhood, you're checking off one of the most important signs of aging well. It's not about having hundreds of contacts. It's about having a few deep, meaningful ones. And when your heart is full and your relationships are strong, your body often follows. Let's talk about the physical side next, with one of the most powerful predictors of health and longevity: how easily you move. 4. You can move with ease and without pain. Imagine this. You wake up, stretch your arms overhead, swing your legs over the bed, stand up without hesitation, and walk with confidence. No wincing, no stiffness, no groaning knees or aching back. If that sounds like you, or close to it, your body is giving you one of the clearest signs that you're aging well. Mobility is more than just movement. It's freedom. The ability to walk, bend, reach, get up from a chair, or climb stairs without pain or difficulty reflects the health of your muscles, joints, bones, and nervous system. When all those systems work in harmony, your body stays functional, balanced, and adaptable. It means your muscles are strong, your joints are lubricated and stable, and your balance and coordination are intact, reducing your risk of falls, injury, and dependence on others. Here's the science. Mobility is one of the strongest predictors of longevity and health span. That's how long you live in good health, not just how long you live. Research consistently shows that people who maintain physical function well into older age are more likely to stay independent, avoid nursing homes, have fewer hospitalizations, experience better overall quality of life. In fact, one simple test, how quickly someone can rise from a chair without using their hands, has been used by researchers as a surprisingly accurate indicator of future health outcomes. Another? Walking speed. People who walk at a brisk pace tend to live longer, even if they're not doing intense workouts. Let's talk about pain. Chronic aches and stiffness aren't just annoying. They're signs of underlying inflammation or degeneration. So if you can move freely, without joint pain or tightness, that's a strong signal that your inflammatory levels are low, your tissue health is good, and your body is aging gracefully from the inside out. And here's the beautiful part. Movement itself keeps you moving. Every time you take a walk, stretch, or do light exercise, you're promoting circulation, joint flexibility, muscle strength, bone density, and even cognitive health. It's all connected. So if you're still able to take the stairs, walk long distances, do housework, garden, or even dance, you're not just staying active, you're protecting your future. Ease of movement equals independence, and independence is one of the most powerful predictors of a long, satisfying life. But staying physically strong is only half the picture. The other half? Staying resilient from the inside out. Let's explore what it means when you rarely get sick, and how your immune system could be a hidden key to your longevity. 5. You rarely get sick. If you've noticed that you rarely catch colds, bounce back quickly from illness, or seem unaffected when others around you are constantly coughing or sneezing, that's not just good luck. That's the sign of a strong, resilient immune system, and it may be telling you that you're aging better than most. Your immune system is like the body's personal security force. It identifies threats, neutralizes invaders, repairs damaged cells, and helps maintain balance throughout your entire system. As we age, the immune system typically becomes weaker, a process known as immunosenescence. This leads to increased vulnerability to viruses and infections, slower recovery times, higher risk of chronic illness, and more inflammation throughout the body. But here's the key. Not everyone's immune system declines at the same rate. If you're someone who rarely gets sick or recovers quickly when you do, chances are your immune defenses are staying strong, and that's a major win for healthy aging. Now, let's talk about inflammation. While short-term inflammation is part of a healthy immune response, like when you heal from a cut, chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the major drivers of aging and disease. It's been linked to everything from heart disease and diabetes to Alzheimer's and arthritis. Researchers call it inflammaging, and it's one of the biggest culprits in premature aging. But if your immune system is balanced, and you're not constantly battling infections, it likely means your body is managing inflammation well. Studies show that people who maintain strong immune markers, like higher levels of functional white blood cells, and lower inflammatory markers like CRP, C-reactive protein, tend to live longer and experience fewer age-related diseases. In fact, many centenarians, those who live to 100 and beyond, share a common trait: low levels of systemic inflammation, despite their advanced age. Their immune systems may not be perfect, but they're efficient, balanced, and resilient. So if you rarely catch colds or the flu, heal quickly from cuts or bruises, don't suffer from chronic sinus infections or allergies, feel generally healthy and in the clear year-round, you're showing signs that your body's internal defense system is aging well. And that's a major factor in how long and how well you'll live. Now let's shift from your body's defense system to something even more personal: your outlook on life. Because it turns out your mindset might be just as powerful as your immune system when it comes to living a long and vibrant life. 6. Your skin looks healthy, not just young. When people think about aging well, they often focus on how young they look, especially when it comes to skin. But let's go deeper. It's not just about having no wrinkles or fine lines. True healthy aging shows up in your skin's glow, elasticity, hydration, and resilience. That's what really matters, and what really reflects what's going on inside your body. Your skin isn't just your body's outer shell, it's your largest organ, and one of the most sensitive indicators of internal health. If your skin is smooth and supple, well hydrated, even in tone and texture, healing quickly from cuts or scrapes, then your circulatory system is working, your cells are renewing, and your body is staying hydrated and nourished. Healthy skin reflects good blood flow, which means your heart is pumping efficiently, your blood vessels are flexible, and your body is delivering oxygen and nutrients to your cells where they're needed. Think of your skin as a mirror of your nutritional, hormonal, and cellular health. When your diet is rich in antioxidants, omega-3s, collagen-supporting vitamins like C and A, and hydration, your skin shows it. On the flip side, chronic inflammation, poor sleep, excessive sun damage, and high stress can dull your complexion and accelerate aging. If your skin retains its elasticity and glow, that's often a sign that your collagen production is still active, your inflammation is under control, and your cells are aging at a slower pace. Here's what research shows. Healthy skin, especially skin that heals well, resists infection, and retains elasticity, is often a biomarker of vascular health and biological age. People with radiant, well-functioning skin are likely to have strong microcirculation, better hydration balance, lower oxidative stress, slower cellular aging. Some longevity studies even use skin elasticity and tone as predictive markers for internal aging and risk for chronic conditions like diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and metabolic dysfunction. If you look in the mirror and see skin that has a healthy natural glow, isn't overly dry or sagging, heals quickly from irritation or small injuries, doesn't show extreme discoloration or inflammation, then you're not just aging well on the outside, your internal systems are functioning optimally. So next time someone compliments your skin, take it as more than a vanity win. It's likely a sign that your body, cells, and circulation are thriving. And speaking of thriving, let's talk about the power of your mindset and why your outlook on life may be one of the strongest indicators you'll make it to 100. 7. You're emotionally resilient. Life throws curveballs at everyone. Loss, change, uncertainty. It's all part of the human experience. But how you respond to those moments can say more about your health and longevity than any lab test. If you're someone who can stay grounded during chaos, adapt to change, and find peace again after being knocked down, you're showing one of the most powerful signs of aging. Well, emotional resilience. Emotional resilience isn't just about being mentally tough. It's a reflection of how well your nervous system, hormones, and emotional regulation systems are working together. When you're resilient, your body can recover quickly from stress, maintain stable blood pressure and heart rate, keep cortisol, your stress hormone, in check, avoid chronic inflammation triggered by emotional distress. Think about it. When you handle stress calmly, your body doesn't stay in fight or flight mode. That means fewer stress hormones wearing down your organs, less inflammation damaging your cells, and more energy for healing, thinking clearly, and enjoying life. There's a reason they call stress the silent killer. Chronic stress is linked to nearly every major age-related disease: heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, even cancer. It accelerates biological aging by shortening telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA that determine how long your cells can keep dividing healthily. But here's the good news. People who manage stress well, through things like meditation or prayer, deep breathing and mindfulness, social support, healthy routines, humor and optimism, often maintain better hormone balance, immune function, and cardiovascular health over time. So what does emotional resilience look like in daily life? It's being able to let go of things you can't control, find purpose in adversity, keep your cool in tense situations, adapt to change without falling apart, bounce back from loss with grace. People who embody these traits often feel younger than their age, maintain stronger relationships, and even experience slower cognitive decline. Studies on centenarians consistently show that many of them are not just physically active. They're mentally calm, emotionally balanced, and spiritually grounded. They've learned to ride the waves of life without drowning in the stress. That resilience is a kind of inner armor, one that protects their mind and body for decades. Do you handle stress better than you used to? Do you reflect, adapt, and grow instead of just reacting? Do you find ways to recharge emotionally and stay grounded? If so, you're not just mentally strong, you're biologically supporting a longer, healthier life. And now, for the final sign, perhaps the most surprising one of all, how much joy and purpose you feel every day. Let's talk about why waking up with something to live for might just be your strongest predictor of reaching 100. 8. You have a purpose that drives you. Let's face it, life can be hard. But when you have a reason to wake up each day, something that excites you, fulfills you, or pulls you forward, you're tapping into one of the most powerful longevity tools there is: purpose. This isn't just about goals or productivity, it's about meaning. Whether your purpose is nurturing your grandkids, running a community garden, writing poetry, mentoring others, traveling, or simply waking up to enjoy your morning coffee with gratitude, that sense of why can keep your mind sharp, your heart full, and your body strong. Purpose gives structure to your days and meaning to your actions. It helps you stay mentally engaged, keep socially connected, set future-oriented goals, stay active, both physically and emotionally, and perhaps most importantly, it gives you something outside yourself to care about, which can be a powerful motivator for maintaining health, making good choices, and staying hopeful. When people lose a sense of purpose, especially in retirement or after loss, they're more prone to isolation, depression, and physical decline. But those who stay curious, engaged, and invested in something meaningful, they thrive. You might be surprised to know that purpose has been studied extensively in relation to lifespan, and the results are astounding. One large-scale study found that individuals with a high sense of purpose had a significantly lower risk of death from all causes, including heart disease and stroke. Even more remarkable, this effect was stronger than the benefits of regular exercise in some cases. Another study from the Journal of the American Medical Association found that seniors with a sense of purpose were more likely to maintain physical function, avoid cognitive decline, experience fewer chronic diseases, and report higher life satisfaction overall. In the blue zones, regions where people regularly live to 100, you'll find purpose at the center of their culture. In Okinawa, Japan, they call it ikigai, your reason for being. In Nicoya, Costa Rica, it's known as plan de vida, a life plan. No matter the language, the message is the same. Having purpose keeps you alive. And it doesn't have to be grand. Sometimes purpose is found in the small things: tending to a pet, making art, being there for your loved ones, sharing your story or wisdom, even learning something new every day. Ask yourself, what gives me energy? What would I miss most if I couldn't do it anymore? Who benefits from my presence? What makes me feel useful, seen, or proud? If you have answers to those questions, you're already ahead of the game. You're living with intention, and that intention may just be keeping you healthier, longer, and more fulfilled. So whether you're 50, 70, or 90, your sense of purpose might be the strongest predictor that you're aging well, and might even live to 100. Because a body can stay strong when the spirit is fully alive. So, how many of these signs did you recognize in yourself? If you found yourself nodding along to several of them, congratulations, you're already on a powerful path toward longevity. You're not just aging, you're aging well, with strength, intention, and vitality. And if you didn't check off every box, that's totally okay. Because here's the truth. Many of these traits aren't fixed. They can be developed, strengthened, and improved. No matter your age, emotional resilience can be trained. Better sleep and energy can be restored. Purpose can be rediscovered. Physical health can be rebuilt. And joy can be reignited. Aging well isn't just about luck or genetics. It's about your choices, your mindset, and your daily habits. Every moment is a chance to take a step toward a stronger, healthier, more meaningful life. You, decades from now, still waking up energized, still sharing laughter with friends, still learning, still moving, still inspiring others, maybe even blowing out 100 candles with a smile, surrounded by people whose lives you've touched. That's not just wishful thinking. That's the potential of living with intention. That's the reward of aging well. So keep going. Keep nurturing your body. Keep protecting your mind. Keep finding joy, connection, and purpose in the little things. Because how you live today shapes the life you'll enjoy tomorrow. Because how you live today shapes the life you'll enjoy tomorrow. You're not just growing older. You're growing stronger, wiser, and maybe, just maybe, closer to becoming one of those rare, radiant souls who reaches 100 not just alive, but truly thriving. So how do you know if you're one of the lucky, or rather, intentional few, who are truly aging well? You don't need a crystal ball or fancy genetics test. The signs are often subtle but powerful, and they show up in how you feel, how you move, how you think, and how you connect with the world around you. These aren't just random quirks or nice-to-haves. They're real, research-backed indicators that your body and mind are thriving. And the more of these signs you see in yourself, the more likely it is that you're on track for a longer, stronger, more vibrant life. Maybe even one that hits triple digits. Let's dive into the top 8 signs you're aging well, and why each one brings you closer to becoming one of those rare individuals who not only lives a long life, but a truly quality one.